Hello, my friends. Today, let's go to the U.S. state of Texas to see how farmers here deal with millions of wild boars destroying crops. The wild boar, also known as the wild hulk, is a wild animal that appeared in the United States in the 1500s. It is said that Spanish explorers brought dozens of domestic pigs to the United States to make food. Over time, some domestic pigs escaped and bred in the wild, and from there emerged the first wild boar. Wild boar populations were established in the United States until the 1900s. At that time, Russian wild boar were brought to American soil for the sole purpose of sport hunting. Unintentionally, the combination of Russian wild boars and domestic pigs created the wild boar population. According to a USDA report at the end of 2022, there are an estimated 8.9 million wild boars living in the U.S. They have the ability to reproduce extremely quickly, along with the ability to adapt well to the environmental conditions. This invasive animal is present in 35 states. The negative impacts that wild boars cause have left the U.S. government and farmers struggling to find solutions. Before finding out how U.S. farmers deal with wild boars, let's examine the A to Z of this invasive species and clarify the damage caused by millions of wild boars. Wild boars usually start breeding when they are 6 months old. Each female wild boar usually gives birth to 2 litters a year. Each litter can give birth to from 7 to 13 pigs. Although natural predators such as coyotes and mountain lions exist, the number of wild boars killed is extremely small. For many years, Texas has always been the state with the largest number of wild animals in the world. There are an estimated 3.5 to 4 million wild boars living in the state of Texas, as reported by the Texas Department of Agriculture in recent years. And the proliferation of wild boars has directly threatened the state's agriculture. Some Texas farmers believe that wild boars can smell crops right when the harvest season is about to begin. It is estimated that this year the U.S. corn industry lost about $1.7 billion due to wild boar destruction. Not only do they affect commercial crops, millions of wild boars in the U.S. have destroyed native plant communities and threatened the food sources of native animals, such as deer and turkeys. At the same time, boars can also be fierce predators when attacking nests of eggs and young. Many people wonder if wild boars ever attack humans. The answer is yes. Wild boars will destroy almost everything in their path. It is especially dangerous if adult boars get close to children. According to statistics, more than 113 cases of wild boars attacking humans have been recorded. On November 26, 2019, a 59-year-old Texas woman named Christine Rollins was attacked by a herd of feral pigs just steps from the front door of their workplace in Ottawa, Texas. So how do you think American farmers deal with wild boars? There are 4 common ways. The first is a quite interesting activity: wild boar hunting. For many years, wild boar hunting has been a popular recreational activity in the United States, especially in areas where wild boar are considered invasive and cause significant agricultural damage. Licensees in any U.S. state can hunt wild boar in unlimited numbers and at any time of the year. Shooting wild boars is not easy. Unlike bears, wild boar skin is very thick, so hunters often deliberately aim for the chest. This is a large contact position, so it is easier to shoot. But the head is the most preferred position because it has a high chance of causing damage and the pig will be unconscious immediately. If you are not an experienced hunter, you may encounter danger and failure. If you miss, you will likely accidentally make the wild boars angry and attack you. You are only safe when your teammates support you, so never hunt alone. The strength and speed of a wild boar is something I'm sure you can't expect. In addition to choosing the best weapon to hunt wild boar with the highest success rate, It would even be better if you brought a helicopter and brought a smart hunting dog to work with you. Helicopters are a costly but effective solution, and especially very safe. From an overhead perspective, you'll easily spot the location of wild boars nearby. In Texas alone, an estimated 530,000 pigs are harvested each year through hunting. According to the National Shooting Sports Foundation, wild boar revenue is $38.3 billion annually. The hunting industry has a $27 billion impact on the country's economy. The second method is to trap wild boars. This is a very popular solution in states like Texas, California, or Mississippi. It sounds simple, but reality shows that trapping wild boars is not easy for most people. If you are not experienced in this field, you can completely leave empty-handed after setting traps all day. Wild boars are intelligent animals and can quickly learn to avoid traps. They're also noisy animals, so they can easily warn other wild boars in the area when they sense danger. There are three basic types of traps, as follows. Snap traps are simple but effective traps that work by collapsing when stepped on by pigs. Barrel traps are often filled with food to attract pigs inside and then closed for capture. Net traps use nets to catch pigs when they enter and become trapped. Choosing the type of trap depends on your capabilities, the specific situation, and the scale of the infestation. Note that the use of traps always requires compliance with local wildlife rules and regulations. Many people say that mass killing of wild boars is inhumane. Then this third solution is for you. We can stop their destruction without shooting a single animal. Let's build a fence. According to many Texas farmers, fences are the most effective way to prevent wild boars from entering your farm. To build a sturdy fence, farmers here need to follow some basics. Regulating the height of the fence is a necessary issue. Fences are usually 1.8 to 2.4 meters high, so pigs cannot jump over them. Fence construction materials are also very important. It is necessary to use sturdy materials, such as iron or hard steel. Avoid using materials that are easily destroyed by natural disasters. Digging underground holes is also an important factor. The fence needs to be buried at least 0.6 meters deep underground to avoid being dug by pigs. This deep burial also ensures the stability of the fence. In addition, farmers must always periodically check their fences. This is essential to repair cracks or damage immediately. This is a last resort measure, often used as an effective tool to control the spread of wild boar and protect the environment. However, using herbicides for this purpose requires caution and sensitivity to ensure the drugs do not harm the environment or the food of other animals. To do this effectively, the farmer chose a safe herbicide. This product has been tested and found to be harmless to plants, animals, and water. Now, just spray the herbicide on the surrounding area and watch for changes every day. People who use medication need to ensure that they use it correctly and in the correct dosage according to instructions to avoid unwanted side effects. After the herbicide is sprayed, the vegetation here will no longer thrive and food for wild boars will be depleted. The area is no longer attractive to wild boar and it will not return. To achieve the highest efficiency, today American farmers still use a combination of methods to prevent wild boar invasion. Which method do you think is the most effective? If you have something interesting about wild boars, let us know in the comments section of this video. See you in the upcoming video.